Straight in with bands today. No messing around. Hogman, Hogboy, Danny Hogboy. He's the first band. Right, let's just get him banned from the off. We are put user in timeout. That's fine. There it goes. Hogboy's gone for now. Anyway, for 300 seconds, I believe is the official ban time on the books right now. Squidgy, yeah, hobo ranking. You're banned for your hobo ranking comment. That's no way to discuss a fellow man's beard, even if it is quite unkempt. So Squidgy, you're banned. Oh, what long dog's on the list? This is trouble. The other dog. Tally! Dog. Dog. Excuse me, dog. Yeah, you better get back in here. Oh dear. There's thoughts out there. Just whooping and hollering at a thought that came down the stairs about 10 minutes ago. And I get it, you know? I get it. We all want to holler at the thotties. But, you know, some of them don't like it. It's 2019, you know what you're going to do. Tally, come in here. Oi. I don't give a fuck what I say. I'm your master, okay? Yeah? I'm the one that feeds you, bathes you, gives you tummy rubs, okay? You obey me. You obey your master. Come here. Come on. You're not coming all the way up. Just, you're a good girl. Sometimes. Yes. Okay. All right, go on. Now go about your doggy business. Just quietly, though. Unbelievable. What was I saying? Right, okay. The bans, the dog. I can't really ban the dog. I don't know how that would work. Well, she gets banned sometimes at the house because there's a dog gate, and it looks like prison bars, and she gets put in prison for balks. Imprisoned for balking. Anyway, guys, look, what day is it? Thursday. It's a big day today. Big day for Thursdays are my best days. As we get to do the show in the morning. Oh my god. All right. Should be all right. Let's do the show in the mornings. I have to start playing Current Value again like I did when that guy was working on the roof. Show in the mornings, then straight after recording Jungle Ain't My Hamster, then Rankin's Records, then recording stuff for Rankin Radio, and then Rankin Radio at 7. That's a big full day of fun. Big full day of fun for the Feathery King, you know? For Mr. Triggered, for the biggest snowflake out there. You know, big fun, isn't it? For Lobster Pappy, for the Black Barry White. You know, he's doing his thing. He's living his best life. He's trying. How have you been? Have you shut yourself back in? It's been outside health. Anyway, look, what an absolute shambles. Guys, welcome to Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm and YouTube. She's very sweet, but she is a raggy little bitch. Very sweet. Cute but psycho. Am I right? Don't look at me like that. Don't give me those big brown puppy dog eyes like you ain't never done nothing wrong. You ate a poo the other day. Nightmare. Down on the beach. And you just sort of think, the people that poo on the beach, they're probably not on like a fresh whole food diet, are they? You know, what's the smack content of that poo? And then she's munching away at it. Grab her. Jesus. Oh, honestly, it's just like, yeah. She's like she's the Keith Jobby of dogs. Anyway, guys, look, what have we got in the news today? A girl has thumb amputated and replaced with toe after hospital blunder. We do like a hospital blunder on this show, particularly with something being removed or attached that wasn't supposed to be. That's a bit of fun. You end up with one of those toe thumbs like some girls have. It's always it's always particularly nice when it's a really super hot girl, and then they've got the sort of toe thumb. Megan from last year's Love Island, hot girl. I mean, very expensively, paid a lot of money for that hotness. But you can never escape the toe thumb. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be there in the back of your mind. Rough stuff, man. Anyway, that's keen to get into that. A teenager steals her parents' debit card and pays to have them killed. Wow, what an absolute baller. Yeah, that's just cold-blooded, huh? I mean, I don't know. They might have been complete monsters, but talk about cutting them with their own knife. Yikes. Disappointed dad finds single What's-It in his packet of crisps. What's-It's, I guess, not technically crisps, but okay, Jen Mills. No, this is not really your area of expertise. You were more on the sort of all manner trash articles of the Metro. I think he's lying. I've seen a few of these recently, and I don't believe a fucking word of them. There's a guy found single baked bean and just bean juice with one single baked bean in it. I think he's lying. This guy, Andy Stubbs, I'm calling it liar. You're a liar, Stubbs. Baked What's-It's my foot. Pathetic. I just think he's doing it for likes. I think he's like, look, it's always been a dream of his to get into the Metro, and he's done it. So fair play on that front. But I just think, look, a man found just a single bean swimming in bean juice in his tin of Heinz. No, he didn't. No, absolute bollocks. Absolute poppycock. I might do it. I might give it a try. It has one potato in the sack of potatoes. It'll just be like one of those big, like see-through polythene bags of potatoes from Lidl's. Well, yeah, only have one tiny new potato in it. It's like, you would have noticed that when you bought that. No, just doing the shop. I guess I wasn't really paying attention. Turns out only one tiny little potato in it. Well, the bag's open. Yeah, I opened it to get the potato out. Okay, all right, let's see what we're doing here. Boss responsible for employee who died while having sex. Court rules. All right, well, keen to get into that one. And yes, we will get into police advising people not to leave home without their emergency bag. Finally, something the police are doing that I can get behind. Woman faces ban from Disney World after battery and disorderly intoxication charges. Tally. Bed. No, bed. In your bed, you raggy little bitch. Unbelievable. There are thoughts out there. I know there are thoughts out there. People with trypophobia aren't fans of Apple's new iPhone 11 model. Yeah, well, they need to shut up. They're being ridiculous. It's pathetic. So for those that don't know, trypophobia is a fear of small circles, small holes, all close to each other, or irregular patterns. It's not recognised as an official phobia. It's just people, I guess, looking for attention would be the way to do it. Look, enough of the squeaking. There's no need for it. Look, I know their thoughts as well, okay? But what are you going to do about it? No, you're not allowed. Look, see, I've blocked the way now. During the intro, I've put up a barricade so she can't get out. Because this is Cy Twitty running this joint. She's broken through the barricade. Okay, like I was saying, this is Cy Twitty running this joint. The doors don't have. They have handles, but they're not fully closed. There's no locks. It's very sort of. It's like a shanty town indoors, I guess would be one way of describing it. Things are sort of lashed together with baling twine, a lot of corrugated iron, just effluents just running through the centre. I mean, I literally do have a Todd pipe running straight through the centre of the room. It is, yeah. I'm not saying it's like downtown Homs, but it's not good. Tally. There's no need, and he can't get back in there. Got through the barricade, can't get back in. It's pathetic, absolutely pathetic. Honestly, the amount of time I spend retrieving bones, chew things that are just slightly under the sofa, very easily retrieved, just a little nose in there, pull it out. No, the problem is, what's happened is that she's effectively, we've kind of conditioned each other, and that she's realised that if she just mews at it, I'll go and get it because the mewing's so annoying. So really, I was like, oh, it's not going to work mewing at it. It does work because I go and get it for her. It's ridiculous. I don't know how you train them out of that. Just gritting and bearing it for half an hour of fucking mews. No, just get the bloody bone out from under the sofa. She sits there on the edge of the sofa with a little paws going at the bone. Adorable. Of course, but she has to do it right on the edge. So any sort of misstep with the little paws that don't have opposable thumbs, so you can't get any proper grip or purchase off them, the bone falls out, and then the mewing starts. Sometimes the mewing starts just because she can't be bothered to get off the fucking sofa. She's lazy, good-for-nothing communist dog that expects everything on a plate, doesn't pay any rent, doesn't contribute financially to the cost of running the house, doesn't have a job, doesn't have a girlfriend, has never been laid. Typical communist. Disgrace. A child of middle-class parents, like every good communist. Pathetic. Anyway, look, what have we got in terms of communist dogs aside? What have we got in terms of shoe throwers? State of mind. Nothing more to say. That's a good bit. Play that Holy Moly bit as well by Document 1. I feel like that could have shoe thrower of the week potential. I'm a fan. And Tannhauser Gate by Talkra. Talkra. I think, like, when was the last time? Look, riddle me this, yeah? I mean, it's not, I know, like, are there any drum and bass artists where you would consider their artist name to be good? Ed Rush, I'd give him that. I mean, they range from very poor to, I mean, now they're just sort of largely illegible, just a sort of random mismatch of letters and numbers. Just, I guess, because all the names are taken and you're just desperately looking for a SoundCloud address that you don't have to put like official or the real or UK at the end of it. Are there any? Name me a good drum and bass artist names. DJ Hype, that's a good one. But I mean, not many are very particularly inspiring. Andy C, not that inspiring. Apparently, the C stands for seagull. That's what I've heard. Not communism, as I previously thought. Could be both. Don't know. Any good ones here? Dub Physics, that's all right. Give him that. Just some deliberate misspellings in there, which I am fundamentally against. But, DJ Markey, much of a muchness. Total Science, like it. Mean T, Teddy Killers, not thrilled. Unglued, don't get it. Document 1, yeah, I mean, this is going to be the new show now. It's just me listing drum and bass artists and just giving them the thumbs up or thumbs down based on their names alone. That'll make me friends, won't it? Prolix. John B. Yeah, no, sorry, guys. Anyway, look, let's play one of these bloody records and keep me out of trouble for 3 minutes. Document 1, holy moly, let's get this fucking show on the road. Yeah, noisier. I'll give him that. Skrillex, brilliant. DJ USB 3, fine. Kenny Ken, obviously the best. Mackie G, that's a no. London Electricity, fine. Paris Hilton, that's a good DJ name. DJ Gov, one of the best. Yeah, this is currently shoe throw of the week for me. Yeah, man, Holy Moly by Document One. Just a couple of guys making great tunes, eating each other's asses. Lovely stuff. Martin Day, he's a very good boy. It says High Rankin is a good name. It's not really. It's not really reliant on my surname being Rankin. I think if I didn't have that, dreadful name. It should have been Top Rankin as well, because I've also sort of put myself in a category where I'm not clearly like top. Yeah, you're at the top. High, you're up there. There's still a few above you. Anyway, it goes on a bit, that record, I will say. How long? Jesus, 4 minutes 16. 4 minutes 16 for a drum and bass record in 2019. Cut that in half. Unbelievable. Guys, Holly Molly. Anyway, the SAS. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Bassman's Finger. That's good. That would be a good name for a craft ale. Oh, I love a bit of Bassman's Finger. It's quite strong. 7.5%. Yeah. No, it's good. You can only get it in Birmingham. Anyway, look, let's find out what's going on in the fucking world. Girl has thumb amputated and replaced with toe after hospital blunder. Warning, graphic content. I want to see it. I want to see the weird toe thumb. Due to a huge blunder at a hospital in Australia, an Australian girl was left with a toe stitched onto her hand after having to have her thumb amputated. Brittany Thomas from Victoria was pursuing her dream as a professional cricket player when a pretty simple trip to the hospital went drastically wrong. The poor girl, who was 17 at the time, had injured her thumb while playing cricket in Hong Kong. Well, you lobbing balls at riot police? What's the deal? A trip to the doctor when she had got home showed that she had fractured it. So she was sent to La Trobe Region Hospital for an operation to fix it by a local orthopaedic surgeon. As is routine before the operation, a tourniquet, a device which restricts blood pressure, was put on her to restrict the blood flow during the surgery. Brittany was told that it would be taken off when the op was done. It was set in plaster and she was sent home. Then, 5 whole days later, she realised something wasn't right. Speaking to news.com.au, Brittany revealed that when medics took off the cast to investigate, it turned out the tourniquet hadn't been taken off after surgery. Someone in the hospital had incorrectly written down that it was removed. She said it was the worst pain she has ever been through. Let's have a butcher's. Oh. Hey, that looks pretty reasonable. That's the toe, yeah? That's fitted on quite nicely. I mean, I don't know what the thumb was like. I want the thumb on other hand as a comparison. Brittany's mum, Leanne Keating, said they pulled the plaster off and it was very dark and looked dead. Yeah, I'm not surprised. The skin was all yucky. I was mortified. It was horrible. Sadly, because the blood had been restricted for so long, her thumb was past saving. Brittany said, they took me into the emergency and they were like, you're probably going to lose your thumb. I was in so much disbelief. I was like, what's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to my cricket? Brittany had most of... All right. Okay, yep. Thank you. It's just... no. Thanks, sweet Johnny, sending me 5 messages at once. Brittany then had most of her thumb amputated, with what was left being stitched onto her groin for 6 weeks to get the nerves and arteries worked again. Brittany's big toe was then taken off and stitched onto her hand to make a new thumb, and a replacement toe was created using her hip bone. Jesus, what kind of twisted remix of a human is she? Let's just take a bit of this, bit of that, take an eyeball off, stick that on the end of the finger. Oh, look, you can see out your finger. Her lawyer, Tom Ballantyne, has stated that he thinks the error is unacceptable, adding it is medicine 101. Yeah, I mean, you would think that... Why didn't they see? Has the tourniquet been taken off? Doesn't look like it. It says here that it has been. Yeah, but it's still on the thumb. You can see it there. Don't make me tap the list. Don't make me circle it on the list. It's been ticked off. Okay, as you say. The CEO at the hospital, Peter Craighead, told thenews.com.au, I felt sick in my stomach. Oh no, he's Australian, isn't he? Felt stomach, mate. We thought we had robust procedures in that, mate. Policies in place to ensure we have a safe environment. And they're fucking work with those doctors, mate, telling the bunch of fucking grubs, mate. A pair of sexual terrorists, like, deal by on the face. An investigation by the hospital is underway. Well, I'm going to say that is better than having an actual toe as a thumb. Frankly, looks better than some of these toe thumbs that you see. Look, let's find some pictures of toe thumbs. Toe thumb. No. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Here's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm getting at there. Yeah, it's these very small. This is more. Yeah, look, now here we're in fucking business. The guy has thumb replaced with toe. Yeah, wow, it's quite sort of Shrek-like, isn't it? I guess, yeah. I mean, he's got a pretty big toe, a big thumb on the other hand, which is doing him a lot of favours. God, there's a lot here. What's going on here? You had the toe stitched on there, have you? Which one's which? Oh no, you dropped a bowling ball on it and that's flat. Okay. Wow. You ever seen someone who's like a lifelong pianist? They have fingers like spoons from the constant like pressure. They've just flattened them out like a rolling pin, basically, for, God knows. Yeah, but this is the deal. This is the real deal. This is what I was on about at the beginning. You know? You found yourself in a rough situation if you're like a super hot chick, but you got a set of those. That is God giveth and God taketh away. Anyway, enough body shaming for now. A teenager steals her parents' debit card and pays to have them killed. Wow. 17-year-old girl reportedly stole money from her parents and used it to pay 2 people to kill them, according to local police. The teen, of course, from Florida, took her parents' debit card and has subsequently been charged with 2 counts of criminal solicitation for murder, as her parents are thankfully still alive. I want to know the backstory of this. The Lake County Sheriff's Office said that Alyssa Michelle Hatcher was arrested on Monday the 9th. A young witness reported an incident to a school resource officer at Hatcher's High School. They disclosed that the accused had given one of their friends a lot of money so that they would find someone to kill her mum and dad. It's going through a third party, and you've got to go straight to source with these things, and you've got to be very careful that they're not an undercover cop. They so often are. She was arrested in the Matilla Police Department after the tip-off. An investigation quickly found that Hatcher had stolen the debit card They then realised that she had taken out 2 separate amounts from their account. $503, quite specific, and the next one was for $926.40. It was then found that he funds were given to 2 individuals, according to the arrest affidavit, a written statement confirmed by oath or affirmation, for use as evidence in court. Right, thanks for that, Amelia Ward. Detective D. Corsi then got in touch with Hatcher's boyfriend. He told authorities that Hatcher was last seen on Monday morning. She was at a known drug house, and it was there that she told him she wanted her parents to be killed. In an interview that was recorded after, Hatcher apparently admitted that she had stolen the parents' debit card and confirmed she did make the 2 transactions. She also revealed that $100 was of the first transaction was used to buy cocaine. Another $400 was given to her friend in return for them finding someone to kill her parents. The act wasn't carried out by the first person, so Hatcher then reportedly gave $900 to an unnamed black male to kill her parents. Okay. The sheriff's officer, Sergeant Fred Jones, said in a statement, "Harry, as the investigation progressed, it was learned that the suspect, Alyssa Hatcher, solicited 2 different individuals to kill her fucking parents in that lake. She's a raggy wee bitch in that lake. I've never seen out like it." According to investigators, the juvenile suspect stole her parents. Blah, 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 blah. Did anyone try and kill the parents? What? Did they find a legitimate hitman? Is this unnamed black male a hitman? Just hadn't got round to doing it yet? Maybe he's got a lot on. Maybe he's got a lot of other killings to do. Assassinations. Maybe things a little bit more high level than this lass's parents. Why did she... I want more information. I have more questions now than answers. I want to know, why did she want them dead? They grounded her. They taken away her mobile telephone. You know, told her no sweets for a week. What's the deal? What sort of parents are they? Are they good parents? Are they nice? Are they a little absent? Are they drug addicts? Have they been knocking her about? I want... Most children, most of them, don't try and have their parents killed. So why does this one... Look, I know you're not supposed to have people killed. I understand that. I appreciate it. But I want to know what the motive behind it was. Was she looking for life insurance often to buy druggy wugs? It's possible, isn't it? I will say that under those circumstances, you're probably better off whoring yourself than having your parents. The consequences, although not good, probably better than having people offed for life insurance. I'm just saying, there's a hierarchy of things to get through before you're looking at having your parents killed to get the insurance money. Try selling drugs yourself. I don't know. Try working a legitimate job, eh? Go and get an entry-level service job, work hard, climb up the ranks, get promoted. You can go really far up. You know, they have schemes for this. Seems like a muck job at the beginning, and that's because it is. But you work hard, you climb up the hierarchy, and eventually you'll have loads of money to spend on drugs. Honestly, when you get up to that managerial level, honestly, you'll have thousands of pounds a month that you can spend on any drugs you want. And when you get to a higher level, it's much harder to fire you. You know, and then you can take them through disciplinary stuff. And then, you know, if you get caught doing drugs at work, you can go, "I've got a problem." And they'll stick you in rehab for ages. These big companies, they got to be seen to be doing the right thing. You know, it's not like if you're self-employed, you know, trying to bloody make it yourself, and you know, have to go to rehab. You're fucked, aren't you? And, you know, what I'm saying is there's pros and cons to working for a company. Anyway, how did we get down this road? Yeah. Look, there are better options than having your parents offed for life insurance. Yeah? You've got money there. You've stolen it. It's fine. Steal more. Yeah? Steal money off the other people. Just, I'm thinking of you here. What was her name? Alyssa. Come on, Alyssa. My homie. I'm thinking of you here. Thinking that options to pursue first. Just stealing money from other people. Then mugging people. That's the next one on the list, isn't it? Whoring, selling drugs. And if all that fails, get a job. You know? Climb up the dominance hierarchy. Do what you got to do. But look, there are better options out there than having your parents soft. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad we've had this conversation. Right, let's have this state of mind bit. It's called Nothing More to Say. Yeah. Yes, Chode knows what's up. Says find Jesus on a bit of toast and sell the story to the Metro. There you go. Bildo asking what the trigger count so far today is. That's not a bad idea, to have a trigometer. The triggerometer. Not much so far today, but we'll see. This is State of Mind. Nothing more to say. Yeah, this is great. Nice snare. So am I right in saying we've completed, I say we, I didn't have much of a role in it, Threshold All-Stars Mix Volume 2. Just artwork left to do. Good. Nothing more to say. State of Mind. Could be a contender. Whole State of Mind album. Yikes. It's called Land of the Blind. Got someone, a lot of televisions. Cartoon of some televisions stacked up, they're all broken, and then a sort of figure standing on top of them, and they have a television for a head. I think it's like a sort of a dig of like how all we do is like stare at screens, you know, like all day, and it's like blinding us from like the important things out there, like in the world, like poverty, climate change, pingers, Tide Pods. Yeah. Anyway, boss responsible for employee who died while having sex. Court rules. Court has ruled that the employer of a man who died after having sex on a work trip was liable for his death and has been ordered to pay out to his family for years to come. Okay, I'm interested. The man, known only as Javier. What are we doing with this one? Let's go with Javier. Javier X was a railway technician. Was on a business trip in France's Loire province. Let's go with Loiret province when the incident happened. According to the reports in France, the married man met a woman during the trip in February 2013 and went back to her hotel room to have sex. However, the man later had a heart attack and died. Paramedics rushed to the scene and found the man dead at around 10 p.m. on the 21st of February. During the court case, lawyers for the man's employer, Railroad and Construction Company TSO, argued that they could not be held responsible because his death happened outside of working hours in a room that they had not reserved for him. They also appealed on the basis that his death was the result of an adulterous sex act that he had with a complete stranger, and that he wasn't acting in a professional capacity at the time. However, the court ruled that it was an accident du travail, which means that even if members of staff is on a work trip, that means that even if a member of staff is on a work trip, anything that happens, whether during work hours or not while on that trip, is the boss's responsibility. That's a bit much, isn't it? You don't think? During the case, it was stated that sex is un acte de la vie just like having a shower or eating a meal, and that TSO didn't provide any proof that Javier interrupted his trip to go and have sex. Therefore, it didn't matter that he died in a room different to the one his boss had booked for him. As a result of the ruling, on the 27th of May this year, the family of the deceased man will receive 80% of his wages up until his retirement age. They will then receive a share of his pension. Damn. Okay, well, that's cool. Shame to have had this dragged out over, 6 years? His poor wife. He's like, they're like, oh, your husband died, that's so sad. What happened? Well, he's fucking another woman on a work trip, had a heart attack, dumb cunt. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, we're taking his employer to court. We've decided it's their fault and we want his money. Weird flex, but okay. That seems a bit much. Look, far be it from me to, have an opinion on adulterous sex on work trips leading to death. It's not something I've thought about that much already. But here is what I believe to be 100% right. Your employer is not responsible for your illicit sex that you have on work trips, and therefore should not be accountable to pay your poor wife 80% of your wages. If you're dumb enough to die while having extramarital sex on a work trip, sorry, pal. It's just the way the Jenga fell, you know? Maybe you'd have had the heart attack anyway. I mean, if it had the heart attack in the middle of the day on the work trip, I guess you make that argument, don't you? The employer probably has insurance for this. I don't know. I mean, they're a big company, you know? It somehow feels a little bit like one crime family paying the wife of a member of another crime family who they've just offed. And they're like, yeah, we'll give them an envelope. Give them a monthly envelope, you got to take care of that. Yeah, no, it's give an envelope to his wife and to his Kumar. They need taking care of. Give them a fucking envelope. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know, man. Make up your own fucking minds. Anyway, the deal's done. Just got to pay 80% of the wages up until retirement. I mean, how old was he? Does it say? No. I mean, I'm guessing heart attack, probably older, aren't they? I mean, it might only be a couple of years. And then, his pension's his pension, sure. I don't know what the insurance situation is. Why are we even talking about fucking insurance situations? Where are the Tide Pods? The triggering is coming, I feel. Like the triggering. It's on its way. I think I can smell it. Smell the triggering in the air. Where's Long Dog? Long Dog's not having any of it. It's just like... Police advise people not to leave home without emergency bag. God bless them. Get called crass. Police force across the UK have been ridiculed and accused of scaremongering. They being sassy on social media would not surprise me. There are a few basics we all leave the house with: keys, wallet, phone. And if you have a handbag or man bag, then you're able to equip yourself further for the day. But according to numerous police forces across the UK, we could be better prepared. The grab bag phenomenon was originally championed by authorities in the US, which has been battered by storms and floods in parts. Battered by storms and floods in parts. Okay, it's a clunky sentence. Having been picked up on over here, however, it's been met with concern. This is really badly written. So what should we, in theory, be packing in these grab bags? Okay, someone called Paul has tweeted, well, this is random and a bit scary. Still, I'm taking bets. Asteroid 4-1, tsunami 8-1, nuclear war 14-1, alien invasion 22-1, zombie apocalypse 33-1, no deal Brexit 1,000-1. What does any of this mean? Right, okay, well, anyway, here's the emergency bag. Pen and notepad, personal toiletries, phone charger and battery pack, flashlight. Seasonal clothing, radio, batteries, whistle. First aid kit, emergency plan. For other police forces, extra items were added, including nappies, food, toys, and prescription medication. But what, just to carry around with you the whole time? Cambridge Fire and Rescue Service. A grab bag contains key items that could come in handy if an emergency happened. I can imagine having this sort of in your car, in your boat or something. That'd be a useful thing to have, wouldn't it? You never know. Check out our handy guide. Yeah, well, anyway, there's loads there. A checklist. Take a checklist with you of things to do before you leave. Close window, turn off the gas, and fuck off. Jesus, what kind of ridiculous coddling is this? In response to the emergency measures, people hit back with criticism and accusations of scaremongering. Look, they've got the tweet in again. This is pathetic. One man wrote, this is crass, scaring people with no explanations. Crass? Weird. What emergencies do you envision? Brexit, war, civil disturbance, food, pestilence, nuclear accident, martial law? This is an actual tweet from the Scottish police. What should Scots be expecting in the coming months that require us to have an emergency kit at the ready in their homes? Well, you have all of those things in your homes, right? Oh, well, this is just like if you have to run. I mean, look, yeah, maybe it's a little bit scaremongering, but like just to have this in your home. Yeah, oh, I see. They're not saying you should have this with you at all times. It's just worth having a bag packed just in case. Yeah, it probably is. I don't know. I'm assuming natural disaster is probably, there could be some insane storm. I mean, I guess this is probably more for America where you're likely to, if you're in Florida or something and if there's a big old storm coming. Whatever. Maybe the commies try and take over. Maybe the communist revolution that they've all been talking about for all these years finally actually happens. They actually manage to get their shit together, as unlikely as that might be. They actually manage to get their shit together. And yeah, maybe you have to go and, maybe you take that as your cue to leave and go and start the libertarian paradise you've always wanted to. Grab and go. Yeah, I mean, it's also probably smart to have, I don't know, a dozen litres of bottled water in your house, just in case. You never know. A fucking solar flare. Solar flares, they're meant to be a thing. Aren't they supposed to, knock everything out at any minute? Could happen now. Could happen in 5 minutes. Could happen in a year. No one knows. But it's just going to wipe everything out. Well, I mean, all the electrical grid will go. The internet will go. Communications will be fucked in half. Maybe, under those circumstances, it might be wise to have a bit of bottled water. You'd rather have it and not need it, Right. In these unsettled times, it's good to know that police are always on hand to remind us that we should be in a permanent state of fear and borderline terror. Oh, fuck off. One woman pointed out that essentially what's a zombie apocalypse bag being promoted in the US doesn't mean that we should jump on the same bandwagon in the UK. I mean, it doesn't hurt to just have some sort of... All right, okay, this bag here, yeah, there's a lot of the cry goes up, little Jimmy's stuck down a well. That'd be a useful bag to take with you. Got some socks in there, phone, charger and stuff. There's a child's gone missing. Go out and search for it. Rather than having to go around, do we have batteries for the flashlight? No, don't know. I think we used them in the flashlight. Oh no. Good wankies though. Yes, indeed. You just have that, grab and go. I think you should have one. Bet you'd be kicking yourself if you needed it and it wasn't there. How about everyone just goes and fucks themselves? Okay, what else we got? This Tannhauser Gate by Tolkra. By whoever. It's turning into one of those mornings. It started off well. And then before you know it, the triggerning. Yeah, right, Mikey's got the right idea. 1, pingers. 2, 3.5 grams of ching. See, yeah, bottle of water. Yeah? Metal straw. Yeah, maybe Threshold should be selling grab-and-go bags. It's basically just bags of drugs and buck fast. Really wanking my nose. Just got beard hairs stuck up inside it. Needs a trim. I had a load of gear before I came on as well, so what am I going to do? Lovely bit here. Tannhauser Gate. Tolkra? Guess, Mikey, is that the correct pronunciation of that? I mean, I don't care, but, whatever. It's pronounced talker. Alrighty. Was the issue that he couldn't spell talker? Got the E and the R around the wrong way, or might be worth mentioning. Yeah, it's a beauty. Perfectly respectable outro as well. Come on! Come on! Alright, look. Woman faces ban from Disney World after battery and disorderly intoxication charges. We could have a coffee and memes, good times girl on our hands. A woman is facing a ban from Disney World after reportedly getting involved in a fight at Disney's Orlando resort. Fox News reports. I would imagine taking umbrage with the amount of fucking childless millennials there getting in the way. Ellen McMillian, 53, was arrested and charged with third-degree felony battery on a law enforcement officer and one misdemeanor count of disorderly intoxication after trying to slap a taxi driver and kicking a deputy sheriff at the park. Disney has banned smoking within its theme parks. McMillian had reportedly asked a taxi driver for a cigarette outside Disney's Hollywood Studio Park. The driver, who does not smoke, told her he did not have any cigarettes, which was when McMillian began to try slapping him. Okay, that's a rapid escalation, isn't it? McMillian, whose Facebook page shows she regularly visits Disney World, was then confronted by deputies who found her slurring her words, smelling of alcohol, and finding trouble maintaining her balance. Yeah, that's booze. Yeah. According to the police report, McMillian told deputies several times that she was intoxicated and would not cooperate until she was given a cigarette. Fair enough. Just give the lady a fag. Just give her a tab, for God's sake. Look at her. All I want is a fucking tab and that, like, I come all the way at Disneyland and they will give us a fucking tab. Outrageous. The police report, as seen by The Ledger, said she also verbally states that she was drunk multiple times. She demanded a cigarette multiple times and stated that she was not going to speak to deputies until she got a cigarette. When the deputy asked for McMillian's identification, she threw her purse on the ground, saying, "Hey!" The report said McMillian was still yelling profanities at multiple adults and children walked by. Or as multiple adults and children walked by. Oh no. Arrest her for profane language. After she was arrested, McMillian allegedly kicked another deputy in the leg, at least twice. As they took her to the patrol car. She was then taken to the Orange County Jail. The arrest affidavit also said Disney security requested McMillian, who is from Brandon, Florida, to be banned from all Walt Disney properties. She will be gutted. She goes there regularly. Did she have kids with her, or was she just on her own? Just on her own, on the lash, at the big fucking mouse castle. Go to Mouse Land to get lashed up and fight. Hell of a way to spend an afternoon. Disney spokeswoman Erica Ettori said in a statement, "We have no tolerance for violence." All right. Referring to the incident as a law enforcement matter. She said Disney would not be commenting further. Fine, all right, keep it short and sweet. Guests at Disney World. I mean, I'm surprised they don't use it as an opportunity. Like, Disney prides itself on having an inclusive and diverse atmosphere where all people are welcome. However, we will not tolerate intoxication, foul language, or violence from anybody. Guests at Disney World are not able to smoke on the premises, following the announcement earlier this year that there would no longer be smoking areas at Disney parks or water parks. Blog post on the Disney Parks blog, but that's a fucking riot, explained, beginning May 1st, smoking areas were blah, 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 designated smoking areas available. It added, for guests who have a room or dining reservation, smoking areas are available at the Disney Resort hotels. Well, you can thank me later for giving you that a vegan reveals he ejaculated for first time in months after giving up diet. Well, good for him. There you go. Guys, yeah, it's kind of the end of the show now. Yeah. Do we have? Is there any anything in between, or is it now just a painful wait of a few hours until Rankins Records? So maybe let's we can have Incidental Sonics next. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Everyone likes that. Where's our boy Constrict? Incidental Sonics for 2 hours next. I think it was fresh last week or the week before. It's not gone off yet. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so for the next 2 hours, Constrict with Incidental Sonics. Fucking playing good tunes, man. He's playing good tunes, talking naughty. He's describing nudes that he's taken of himself. He takes them, like various angles, and then he just gives descriptions of them. And they're very in-depth. He really paints a picture with his words. You know, he's almost better than seeing the pictures himself. Because if you saw the pictures, be like, cool, okay, he's pulling his bum cheeks apart, fine. But the way he describes it, and like he really, really just paints a rich tapestry of the sort of thought behind it, and the sort of he gets a lot of sort of metaphor in there, and it's actually quite emotional. But yeah, anyway, look, 3:00 after that, Rankins Records playing the best fucking drum and bass ever committed to vinyl. 7 until 9, or maybe 7 until 8, I can't remember. Eastern Front, Mr. Merck, Conflict, the boys, they're there. They're getting it done, all right? Just doing it. They're going to be doing it live, all three of them, just playing records and doing it, all right? And then at 9, all aboard with Duff, live as a motherfucker, live as a bitch, okay? Just goddamn bloody getting it done. Let me change that so it doesn't fuck up like I did last time. Anyway, yeah, look, that's fine. Track information. Yeah, sure, record it. Okay, that's fine. It's done now. I don't want to fuck it up like last week. Listen, yeah, I will be back at 3 for Rankins Records. The Rankins Records have been going up on the podcast again now. I uploaded a load of them by accident to the Rankin Radio podcast. That was annoying. I think it upset Jim, but they're back on the Rankin and Friends podcast now. And they're gradually going out one a day until we bring it up to date. I hope Chode will stop crying now. I hope Chode will stop crying now. Anyhow, guys, end of the show. Thank you to everyone that's supporting on Patreon. I love you all. There'll be some more exclusive content going up later today, I guess, and next week. I love you. If you want to support, just go to threshold.fm and go to donate, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. And you can join the ranks of these bad motherfuckers on the VIP list. Greg Conford, Oliver Hooper, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matty Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Lily Unsub, Richard Fax, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, John Finison, BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Dustin Goof, Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, James Parry, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Swift, Liam the Menace Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, Guy With No STD, James MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humpy, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Nelson, Taran Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Dark Progressive Psytrance, Nicolas Lorcy, Kris Breaks, The Build, Karissa Barthelson, Owning Basically, Full of D, General Jeremy Faxis, Matt Wright, Grant Sullivan, Tom Robinson, Dab Smasher, Connor Smythe, Kevin Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Rankin Mates, Uplifting Baker, Psytrance, Under the Alias, Cosmic Waff, Keep It Cool, Tool in the Motor Pool, but Don't Let Your Meat Life, Nick Brock, Sean Simpson, Robin Card, Hugh Danner, Sarah Hunt, The Hitchmuffs, L-Tech, Willay, Ben Vogo, Dentwee, Lupe Salazar, Big Watch, My Hill, Mighty Danny, Nick Fleming, Carl Lewis, Gordon and Liz, Carl Williams, Tom Skibber, unfortunately, it's George DC, Anthony Love, Anthony Sharp, Claudia Lushmere, Benish, Drum Marche, Timid, John Foster, Allison, PSN, Godlight, and Hammy Dudley. Guys, I love you. I'll see you at 3:00. Just fucking get out there and sling dick, alright? Okay, and remember that I love you.